Good morning, my little journal besties. I hope you guys are having a great day so far, whether it's morning or you're ending your day, whatever time you happen to be watching this. Good morning, good evening, hello, and welcome back. So I'm gonna try to not talk your dang ears off today. So we're gonna just jump right in. I'm gonna just share with you what we're going to be doing today. So number one, we're going to be decorating our little beauty here with our weekly journal slash plans, whatever you want to call it. So we are going to decorate this beauty today with all of our different stickers, and I'm going to just show you how I prep the week during my Sunday journal reset. So if I forget, see, this is what happens when I get sidetracked. This is what happens when you have ADHD. So let's just land the plane and get this flight log out. Here's the flight log. One, I first go into my page and I'm going to just go all the way to a bottom layer. That way I know which one it is. I actually marked this and named it erase. That way I erase it at the end. And so here we're just going to do some prep work in kind of what we have going on each day. Again, I do this on Sundays. That way it's ready to go for the beginning of the week. So however you decide the beginning of your week is, I recommend you're doing it, the day before. The day before. That way you have like the time, energy, and your planner's done and you're booked. You don't have to worry about doing all of the extra work. All you're doing is documenting and diarying. We are not going to have diarrhea, but using our diary throughout the week. So first step, like I said, we're going to just kind of dot some things down and you'll watch me do that. And then the second thing is I go in and I pick all my stickers and I save them in a little sticker thing, which you'll see as well. GoodNotes has this too, where it's the little note with the star where you can save your different elements if you want to. So that's what we're going to do there. And then the third step is just knocking it all out and just starting to lay everything out layer by layer, however you want your stickers to land on your journal. And then the last step is just looking at it and enjoying your work and just seeing it and being like, damn, girl, you did a good freaking job. So let's get to it. So you can also just do a clean sheet, insert just a blank sheet of paper in between your planning page. That way you can just paste the pictures that you're thinking about using on there. And when you do that, you can put all of the pictures out on that one page, and you can even kind of organize and move them around if you want to, especially if you're new to digital planning. I think that this helps you be able to look at all the stickers you want in one place and then kind of decide how they are going together as well if you want to decorate it in a particular way. All right, now that we have our scribbles laid out of the things that we are documenting, the plans that we have for the week, important things, whatever it is that you jotted down, whether you made to-do lists, that you're more functional, however it is, we laid it out and we went through and we picked our stickers and we saved them. I may not use all those stickers, but it kind of gives me a good playing field. And whenever I'm going back and forth between a sticker book, it can just get overwhelming. So if I have my stickers planned ahead of time, it just makes it a little bit easier. Of course, I do go back and grab things. You'll probably see if that does happen. But for the most part, it just makes it less overwhelming to have some stuff already picked out of what you want to do, especially with the way my brain works. So now we're moving into our next step, which is just planning. Now we're just going to lay our stickers out and start kind of putting stuff where it needs to go and then erasing things as we add things in. So I put X's where I probably am going to block all this off. I don't think that I want it this week. I don't need a lot of functional this week. I'm putting my to-do list in my daily planners plan in my daily plan page versus on here. And so I'm good here. So X's mean I'm getting rid of it. So now you have the dirty prep work. Let's see how this comes together. So first, I always am just going to start with the things that we wrote down that are non-negotiable plans, such as sprinkler doctor is an established appointment. There's no changing that. So I know what day it needs to go. And then when I make my little sticker, then I erase my scribbles and I move on to the next. So you'll see I just start with kind of those productive pieces first because they are the most important. They are set in stone. And then after we get our set in stone, we can move into the decorating part with all of the fun stickers. All right, so one of the last things I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually, in the mini journaling, I'm going to add this receipt over here because I am going to use this to document my habits. I have a whole vision for it, so you'll see it at the end of the week once everything is done. And I'm going to use my little diamond to stop there. I'm going to group these. So as you can see, I've been grouping the stuff that I mini journal together, right? So this is grouped, this is grouped. It just makes it easier. This is grouped. That way I could just click it and move it anywhere I want. I put in my little things for my show. I have the Amazon package. I got the highlights down. Now all I have left is my books, and I'm going to actually show you what I do with those because I don't like my books to be the color of the book. So you can see that it's color, and I don't like it. It's not for me. So this is what I do, and I use the Procreate app. You can probably use Canva for this too, and I change the colors. So this, and then I use the adjustments, hue and brightness, and on saturation, I put that baby all the way down typically to where it is just black and gray, and definitely more of my color scheme. So always have your background off in case that it's bigger, and then you're going to go to your settings again, share, PNG, and we are going to copy this. And then we're going to go back. I'm going to go into my books and entertainment, and this is my book club book. So I'm going to just put this one down here. We're going to make this really, really small. I don't need it super big. And we'll just put this right here. And we can kind of make a little, we can make a little line, and then we can make a line here and a line here. And then so far. All we know is that it's at 11 a.m. So there's this one, and my book club is not on that layer. So let's figure out what layer it's on. I'm going to assume that it's probably on this one. Nope, just kidding. It's probably on mini journaling. Yep. So I'm going to move this to books here. I'm going to go back to my books layer, and I'm going to group all of this because, again, I want it grouped. That way it's all one thing and it stays together wherever it decides to go. So that's what I got so far. All right. So I did change a couple things because those lines from my books were just a little too long for my liking. So I adjusted those. I added in that chapter 7 quote and then the summer album and the star on top of the picture. So this is now how she kind of ended up. I didn't realize I wasn't recording when I changed a couple things. Sorry, guys. But here's how she landed. And I hope you enjoyed today's video. Again, I'm a yapper and I can't ever land the plane, but I think we kind of made it into the air and got drinks this time at least. But just remember, first step is always to first document and just scribble in the things that you want to be writing into your diary for the week, whether appointments, shows, movies, hobbies, anything that you want. Just jot it in with scribbles, and then you can always remove it once you add in your text, your stickers, and your own handwriting that feels a little bit cleaner and more crisp. But planning is so much fun because you can just do so much, and especially digitally, you can make so many different spreads with the same stickers as the next person and come up with something so different. So I hope you guys have so much fun digital planning. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and day. And I hope you do come back, even though I'm a yapping queen. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, bye.